welcome to LDS Detailing. My name's Levi Sanderson and I am going to start documenting some of the detailing projects I do. This week I've got a Ferrari Californian come in for a major correction with the front end getting PPF'd as well on the bonnet, the wings and the front bumper. So I'm just going to run through the processes, and I just thought it'd be a good idea to start documenting the sort of work that I do to show potential clients as well as existing clients just how in-depth the process is and what sort of care and attention goes into their vehicles. So we've just completed the decontamination of the Ferrari California T. It was outside, it had full wash, clay bar, iron fallout, removal, brush in all the nooks and crannies. So now it is looking top notch. There are some definite defects on the vehicle. If you look here, you can see all of the wash marring and the light scratches, which is what we're going to remove with the cutting and polishing. It's a bit harder to see on the paintwork because of the colour, but you can see the scratches running along here. Just induced from washing and any bad contact with the car. But it is a lovely car, full carbon ceramics. This car is also going to get PPF, so we're going to do the front bumper, the bonnet and the wings, as well as the headlights, the mirrors, not the headlights. And some bits on the rear here again, re-PPF where it's gone yellow underneath. This is actually convertible, so the lads are going to jump on the PPF tomorrow. I'm going to get this all corrected and polished up for them to lay down the PPF tomorrow. Then I'll get started on the rear and the doors and all the other bits that aren't getting PPF, as they're going to be perfected. So this is going to have Zapang all over the rear and the sides and the roof. It's going to have the windows coated with G-Technic window coating. We're coating the wheel faces with Kamikaze Stance rim coat. And then on the PPF, we will be going on with Kamikaze's wrap coating, specifically designed for wraps. And that's it. I think we'll get started on the test spot and see how it goes. You can see the extra sort of scratches, hazing and holograms around the left side where I haven't been, and then as we come over to the right, even though it's only a single pass and there is still stuff in there, as it's getting PPF, this is all we're going to go for. So that is the polishing done on the bonnet. Not perfection, but the client knew that the PPF was going on there, so we agreed. That was a good shot. I hope they got the whole sort of arc of the pad. Yes, so the bonnet is now corrected up. It's time to move on to the wings and the front bumper. Trying to get this all front done and the mirrors as well, so that the lads can go on with the PPF first thing tomorrow, and I can come in and do the rear after they finish. And yeah, that's about it. just a little bit of cutting there with the microfiber pad on the hybrid, just using a bit of perfect finish to get that scratch out, which is barely visible now. Removed all of the depth and the colour that was in the scratch, so under the PPF would be completely hidden. That's the only cutting I've done on the front so far. Just sort of a light polish to get rid of all the marring. Just going to continue and finish the front bumper, and that's ready for the last PPF tomorrow. So when I fell up, where that little jolt was there in the shot, I actually managed to just completely break this seat. Oh, there we go. She's gone. Brilliant. So that's 2 of them ordered, next day delivery. We'll see you tomorrow. Spooky lighting. That's alright. So that's day 1. Just gone 7 o'clock. Bit of a late one today. The client actually dropped off the car at about 11 o'clock, so a little bit later finish than I'd like, but just about to head to the gym. We managed to get the whole bonnet done, front bumper, the wings, the headlights, and even the A-pillars ready for the lads to go on with PPF tomorrow, as that's all the areas that are getting the full PPF X-Bell coverage. But I'll check in tomorrow and we'll get cracking on the rest of it. The lads will start on the front and I will probably just continue working on the back and perfect the rear end. Good night. Day 2 on the Ferrari California T. Front's all done. Lads about to go on PPF, they're just cutting out now. I'm going to start the roof before they get on it and then work my way backwards. As you can see, the roof is in pretty rough shape. Obviously this is just watermarks, this will come straight out, but there's deeper scratches such as this one here, and all the other scratches will be revealed once we've removed all these circular scratches. Yeah, there's definitely a lot going on up here. So we'll have to try out a few different things and see what works best to cut back at these scratches, refine it and get a nice finish. Got the roof taped up. I've just got about 2mm above the lip so that the pad can get into the bottom, but we don't want it banging against here and potentially burning through the paint on such a small area. We want to be cutting this and not cutting this. We will come to this later. And then I've got the windows rubbers taped up, so there's window rubbers under there and on this side too. So all of the cutting is going to be done to the area we want it to, and the pad's not going to be going into the rubbers and leaving residue on the rubbers. Hello mate. Not quite cut it, but I'll step it up again. After another round of cutting, there's definitely a lot of hazing and microline left in, but more importantly, there's still scratches left in there. So we'll give it some more hits, and then this might even need a polish and refine. Yeah, I can't get to the roof now, that is a good point. However, I'll get back there later, but it is great having the car jacked up, so when we coat the wheels, I can spin them around, get into every area, just get a better visibility of the wheel as well. Also helps my back out a bit when we're doing the sills, so I'm not lying on the floor or on the knee pad. They're going to start PPF now, so I'll head down the back and start on the rear bumper. So quick before shot on the right side headlight. As you can see, it's pretty messed up. And if we go over to the left one, which I've just completed, it's looking perfect. Next I'm going to get started on this section here on the rear. Just because while it's at this height, with the car up, it's sort of a comfortable height to start polishing. Bit of a nasty scratch here, so definitely going to be cutting that to get that out. So just hand polished all underneath the license plate, or above the license plate, all under here. A lot of people just leave this, but that's not what I'm about. So perfection everywhere, even the areas you won't actually see when the car is driving. So just a quick update, it is day 3 on the Ferrari California T. I am currently still on the rear bumper. It is taking a little bit longer than I would like, but I am sort of pushing for 85–90% correction. It's looking really good, although it's white, it is difficult to pick up all of the marks when I'm showing them on the camera, but when you're seeing it in person you can see that the shine is just incredible.
Isn't it? How they screws in, you're fully locked out now, you're not locked out. Oh mate, I'm on the last one. My elbow. Is it? Have you got a getting a box? I'll think. Fuck you. Oh, only a couple of seconds though. There's a lot of piston there.
There's a little bit of a scratch in here, which I'll show you. New stall, very comfy, absolutely loving it. Right, let's see if we can see him. He's there. Come on. Come on, camera. You can do it. There we go. So, gonna give that scratch a good go. See what we can do. Should be able to get rid of it all, hopefully. So it does look pretty deep, but it is quite small. Scratch has gone. Can't even see where it was anymore. So, scratch has completely been removed. Just few little things like that on the paintwork. Other than that, it's in pretty good condition. Just all of the sort of light swirls, which you can see in the light here, which is still to remove. And then we'll bring out the real clarity and depth of the paintwork. Get the coating on there, get it even shinier, and get it protected. So that is the petrol filler cap taped off. So I taped off, firstly, I can't remember which way around I did it actually. Tape off the outside, do the filler cap, and then tape off the actual filler cap and do around the outside, just to minimize risk of clipping the edges or burning through, as I am using a strong compound and a microfiber cutting disc, so just being as safe as possible. Slowly working my way down. About to get started on either the door or, actually, we'll drop the car down and then I'll get started on the roof and back of the, whatever that's called, boot lid, on the boot lid. So now the roof's done. Very, very soft, which is a pain to work with, but you can just look at the difference. That's basically what paint correction is. We're removing all the watermarks, all the swirls, and all the deeper scratches to give it this finish, where you can perfectly see the camera. It's here. It's sort of like removing a cling film. There's actually about one client actually described it like that to me. He said, well, when he got the car back, even though it was new, brand new car, 100 miles, he said it was like I'd removed some cling film from it and you saw the true finish. This is the before on the pillar, which has also been painted alongside the roof. As you can see, a lot going on. And if I take you over to the other side, it's perfect. Took a lot of cutting, but it's worth it because in such a prominent position, the black, obviously any time there's any sort of sunlight, the driver's going to see this as he gets in, so you want to make sure that's absolutely perfect, which is exactly what we got. So I'm just going to do a quick 50-50 on the seat pillar, pillar that connects the boot to the roof. So I've taped it off here, get it before, and I'll leave this bit so you can literally see cut and refine to original condition. So here's the 50-50 from the C-pillar. As you can see, it's pretty crazy. It's actually a touch-up here. Someone did an average job of a touch-up, and there's a very deep scratch here. That boy ain't coming out, but the rest of it is looking real clean. Uh-oh, left the fingerprint. But you can actually see the colour and the depth we get by clearing all this off, and you reveal the black underneath. This is sort of what detailing is in one shot. Removing all of this, all these scratches and these light scratches, marring the swirls from the paintwork to give it that true colour. Now it's just this to tackle tomorrow. Let's see if I can. There we go. All of these bad boys. So, day 4, Saturday, 8th February, a little bit of a later start today. It is 9:30, but I was here till 9:30 last night, so time to get started on the doors and the boot lid, and that's it. Then I'll refine, which is sort of a softer pad and a softer polish to just remove any hazing left from the removal of damage that I've done. So I'm going to need to remove the damage that I've put in whilst I was trying to remove the deeper scratches. So we'll do that and then wipe the whole car down and lay the coatings down. There's a pang on the back, doors and roof, and then kamikaze wrap coating on the PPF areas. And then we'll do all the little bits, give the rear diffuser a clean up and then coat that as well. Get the car up, coat the wheels, and then coat the windows, and then she's done. There are actually some very small flakes of paint, which I mentioned before, from when they painted the roof and they haven't properly covered up the car, because they're basically little black dots on the white, which are very, very small, but little things like that on a white car you can't pick up. So I'm just going to go over those with the hybrid. Don't want to be cutting them with the big pad because then I'm going to be removing all the clear coat in that large area, whereas if I just do the little one, I can minimise the amount that I'm removing and therefore increasing the longevity of the paintwork. And in 10 years time this car can be detailed again and they're not going to burn through. So just going to pinpoint those with this little one. There's one there and then there's a few over here. Yeah. So just get those out. Second door, driver's side door complete. Boot lid, final thing. Then it's refine. The end is in sight. Definitely took a lot longer than I was expecting. A lot of little things to do. These, the mirrors, a lot of tricky, intricate bits. But yeah, the door's perfected. Looks brilliant. Time to do the boot lid. Oh yeah. The reason I haven't blurred the plates or covered the plates is because these actually aren't the car's plates. There's, you can see it, there's two sets of plates on here. These are the original plates and they're the private plates underneath, which are what the car's going to be running as soon as it leaves here. But plate covers have been ordered. Should be being printed on site on Monday. So this is where I've just been, obviously. Hazy, and that sort of glow you see around the light is actually all of the tiny scratches that I've left behind, which I will be removing in the refine stage. But all of the big scratches are gone, as you can see when you compare it to here. So that's the difference. 5:45. Gonna call it there. Tiny amount of cutting to do. Do that first thing tomorrow. Refine, coatings. That's it. Time to go to the gym and go to bed. Sunday morning, just got in, gonna finish up the cutting on the boot. Really happy with how the paint's come up. It's really corrected well. Well, it's not corrected well, but it's come up well after I've spent a lot of time correcting it. So I've just gone round and taped up all of the edges of the PPF, as now I'm going to be refining it. I've actually removed a lot of the tape from the lights and all the edges, because now I'm going to refine over the whole area. Do a panel at a time, can get quite a lot done in a short space of time. Soft compound or a soft polish and a soft pad, just to get the final perfect finish, which is actually the product I'm probably going to be using for the paintwork, which is actually what brings out the final gloss. So I'm just going to wipe the car down with the IPA, just to remove any potential residue that's still on there, polish and compound from the cutting stage, and then we can go ahead and refine the car. Done a little tape up on the boot lid so we can do a 50-50. I've just refined this, so let me buff this off and I'll show you the difference. Time to do some touch-ups. A few stone chips, little bits, get a little touch-up, just to get that sort of flawless finish so that you won't see any imperfections. So hit that cocktail stick, let that cure overnight, and then we'll go on the coating tomorrow because of this. So that's a wrap on the Ferrari California T. I guess that means cue the aftershocks and see you next time. Potentially having a Nissan GTR coming in soon. So if this video goes well, that might be the next thing you see. If this video doesn't go well, that will still be the next thing you see.